Welcome to the maintrac VideoCast. My guest today is Professor Katharina Pachmann. Professor Pachmann is the founder of the maintrac method, and with research and publications spanning for more than 20 years, there is plenty of things to discuss. Professor Pachmann is the chief scientist for the clinical use and research of the maintrac method. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
It is acknowledged that the maintrac method is the most sensitive method to identify circulating tumor cells out of blood samples. And long-term data collection correlates with outcomes. And this will be the topic of today's videocast and further videocasts about this method. Before we go into the specifics of the technology, could you please discuss the biology and the origin of these tumor cells in the bloodstream?
Well, it has been long known that even solid tumors, solid epithelial tumors, cancers, can seed cells into the circulation as soon as they are connected to the bloodstream.
This is an interesting topic because, we often think that by detecting a tumor, which we use either physical examination or imaging techniques, you can identify very, very small tumor. But what you're saying, by the time a tumor is maybe 1 cubic millimeter in size, which is like a pinhead, it is already connected to the bloodstream and cells escape into the bloodstream.
Yes, that's correct, because imaging detects down to 5 millimeter sized tumors. And even then it's difficult, because if you are searching for something which you don't know where it is, it's difficult to find these tumors, even if they are 5 millimeters.
That means that by the time a tumor is usually diagnosed, that we expect that there are cells from that tumor in the bloodstream.
Already, yes.
Already.
And these cells can survive for long times, because we know even if the tumor has completely been removed when it has been diagnosed, there can be metastasis develop even 30 years after the initial diagnosis. So there must be cells surviving.
The tumor cells circulating in the bloodstream, I think, are fairly well acknowledged as the source for metastases in other organs later on in year. I think one of the big questions, though, remains that how do these cells out of a tumor, which are epithelial cells, how do they survive in the bloodstream?
They can obviously hide in the bloodstream and survive for long, long times.
So a lot of scientists and research talks about this EMT, the epithelial mesenchymal transformation. And the question is, would these cells have to have stem cell capacity in order to do this transformation?
The epithelial mesenchymal transition is an important step, but it's not known yet whether this is the prerequisite for the tumor cells to survive and to grow. What we can do is we can take the blood, grow the cells, the tumor cells in this blood sample under growth conditions in vitro, and see which part of the circulating cells is capable of forming clonal expansions, small spheres. And this we have shown is correlated to the aggressiveness of the tumor.
I think this is an important topic, and it'll be the subject of another videocast in the near future. So thank you very much, Professor Pachmann.
Thank you too.